Hey everybody, it's Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. How are you guys today? I am very happy to be with you and very grateful. Thursday is our live stream premiere, and so this is the card we're going to be making, but we have a few announcements, so let's get those out. I would love to have you join my Inky Hands crew. The membership is really fun and it's growing, and I'm going to start adding some guest projects from other demonstrators. So I would love to have you join us. It's $7.99 a month for 2 video tutorials a week and a color challenge and sketch challenge every month. And we're gonna also do some fun events as well, and I hope that you guys can join in. I also wanted to talk about my card fiesta. Oh, but if you need more information about the membership, just go to inkyhandswarmhearts.com and click on memberships. Card Fiesta is this Saturday. It's an event I do locally in Virginia Beach at a restaurant called LS Teca. It's from 12:30 to 3:30, and we usually get there about noon. That's when they open, and we order and get our food, and then we start card making at 12:30. I'd love to have you join us if you're local or in the area, and anyone is welcome to come. You can make 1 card, you can make 20 cards, it's all up to you, and the cost is based on how many cards you make. So it's like a card buffet, and it is really a lot of fun, and I hope that you guys will join us if you are available on June 1st. I don't want to not talk about the join offer because it is amazing. I cannot believe that someone would not want to join when you can get all the free in-color ink pads, Stampin' Up markers, assorted color paper, and assorted color designer series paper in addition to the kit. This is an $82 value on top of the $125 you get to pick. All $207 for $99, 50% off, no shipping. It's such a fantastic deal. So join my team and become part of the group that I have. We are having so much fun together, and it's a really nice group of ladies. I would love to have you be a part of it. You don't have to be local. I have demonstrators all over the place. So I've one in North Carolina and Delaware, Wisconsin. So you do not have to be right here to be part of my team. Our meetings are virtual and they're lots of fun, and I would love to have you be a part of it. So I hope that you will join and take advantage of this fantastic deal, because Stampin' Up is one of the best things I ever did. And I hope that you will one day be able to say that as well. So yeah, let me know if you would love to join my team, because I would love to have you on it. May tutorial bundle. Anybody who spends $50 or more in my online store every month gets my tutorial bundle. It always has over 30 projects. And this month we have 41 projects, and these are the sneak peeks for them. Very exciting and lots of fun. So I hope that you will place an order before the end of the month. We only have a few more days left, and you can get your May tutorial bundle with 41 PDF projects. I want to talk quickly about the kits collection. And our May kits are Hello Hollyhocks, which by the way are so gorgeous, and City Sites kit. This is a stamping kit. Hello Hollyhocks is non-stamping, but it is gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous and a lot of fun to put together. And then we have our Buy Your Side kit that came out in April. Of course, it's unavailable at the moment, but it will come back in stock. And then Hooray for Honeycomb. So I hope that you will check out the kits collection because it is so much fun. And then the next thing I want to talk about is a surprise kit in the mail that comes every month. It's called Paper Pumpkin, and if you're not a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, I'd love to have you join under me so that you can meet with us on the last Friday of the month and work on your Paper Pumpkin kit. So I would love to have you join us. And this month of June, the kit is called Life is Sweet. Look at this fantastic sentiment. I love that. It looks like it's sparkly, which is exciting. And we have our little peaches here. I love anything that has fruit, so I'm excited for this kit. It is 9 cards, 3 each, 3 designs, 9 coordinating envelopes, iridescent glimmer sentiments and pre-cut paper pieces, vellum accents, iridescent pearls, and linen thread. And the colors that are part of this kit are Poppy Parade, Lemon Lolly, Pool Party, and the new in colors. And it will feature the new 2024 to 2026 in colors. And there's also something you can get if you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber. You can get our quarterly add-on. It's always once a quarter, and it's a die set. It has 4 dies in it. This one for April is a 2-part die. It has a detailed butterfly, and then you have the outline butterfly. And then you have this really cool label, which I think is beautiful, and then the word thanks. And the word thanks is along the same font as the hello from the kit. So I would hope that if you're not a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, that you would consider subscribing under me. We really do have a lot of fun in my Paper Pumpkin Procrastinators group. All right, so Creativity Abounds Fun Folds is a fun fold set of 13 that we have put together as a design team, the Creativity Abounds design team. I do a blog post with them once a month, and we do 3 times a year a stamp camp. I still have availability for stamp camp entry. If you want in, you have to do it by the 31st of May. But the months that we don't have stamp camps, we do tutorial bundles, and this one is a set of 13 fun folds. I also have 13 anything but a card and 13 techniques. So if you're interested in those, you can go to my website and click on shop, and under there it'll say tutorial PDFs and retired product store. Go there and you can purchase my PDF tutorials. If you're interested in paper piecing and holidays, I do paper piecing patterns every year for Easter and Halloween. And I have the last 2 Halloweens and the last 2 Easters available under PDF patterns in my website. So check that out. All right, so let's talk about the catalog because it's amazing. And the suite that I have been using this week is Take to the Sky. If you are an Inky Hands Crew membership, tomorrow in your inbox, you will receive 2 additional projects with this set. And I'm telling you, you're not going to want to miss them. One's a 3D and one's a card. But they're amazing, and I'm not just saying that because I made them. They actually are amazing, and I'd hate for you to miss out. Try my membership for a month, and if it's not for you, you can just stop. It's only $7.99, the price of a Starbucks. All right, so this suite is pretty awesome. It's called Adventurous Sky, the bundle, and you get the stamp set and the dies. You get these really cool trinkets, and then this DSP. So the suite is $74, and it's called Take to the Sky. If you're interested in the suite, you can put in this number for all 4 items. And if you just want the bundle, you can put them together. The bundle price and all that is on the bottom of the page. So I hope that you will enjoy the project I'm going to make with you today. So let me put all of my announcements back in my catalog where they belong until next time. And I hope that you guys are having a great day. I appreciate you tuning in. Don't mind me. If you want to share this video, I would be very grateful. I'm really trying to grow my channel, and I'm really close to 3,000 subscribers. So if you would subscribe, I would be very grateful to you. I'm only a little bit away, and so less than 100. And so I would love it if you would help me out. So today we're doing a Peekaboo reverse E-fold card. That's what I like to call it, but I don't really know the official name. But this is what I've called them every time I've made them, because it's a Peekaboo, because you get to see the inside. on the outside of the card, just like that. And then here's the Z fold part, right? Only it folds to the right instead of to the left. So that's why I call it a reverse Z fold Peekaboo card. And I hope that you will enjoy helping me put this together. I appreciate all the support of everybody in the chat. And if you've never come to a live, I would like to welcome you. So I will be in the chat with you, and I will be chatting away. So if you have any questions, please put them in there because I will be in there with you. All right, so let's go ahead and get started and make this fun flying by to say hi. Peekaboo reverse Z fold card. So these are the products that we're using. We're going to use the Adventurous Sky Bundle, but I've also added the Everyday Details dies because if you don't know, this circular die right here is fantabulous for a Peekaboo or inside-outside reverse Z-fold Peekaboo card, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to leave that one out because I'm going to show you how to use it today. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to take our base, card base, which is a piece of smoky slate. And of course, the first thing that always comes out onto my desk is my Simply scoreboard. And I will score it in the middle. Then I will also need to score my basic white inside piece. I don't know if I told you the size of the smoky slate, but it's 5.5 by 8.5. And my basic white is 5 1/4 by 8. So we are gonna score it in 2 spots at the 4-inch and the 6-inch. All right. So 2 pieces, 2 scores on the second one. All right, let's do our burnishing. So for the first, I'm just gonna join my corners and grab my bone folder. And there we go. And then we're going to score this. So the way that this Z fold card is, it's gonna come in. So let's do our halfway. Get that nice. And then this one's gonna come back. And we also want that to be lined up right on the edge. It really helps if you burnish your cards after you score them, because then you get a nice flat fold. So this will go here and this will go inside like so. I'm gonna put this to the side for right now. We'll come back to this white piece. We're gonna work on our smoky slate. So I decided to use this cloud DSP from Take to the Skies DSP. And I've cut it 5 1/4 by 4, and it's gonna go right here on the outside of the card with a 1/4 inch border all the way around. But before we go any farther, we are going to die cut our piece. And so this die is perfect. The only bad thing about it are these little dots make a mess, but we can clean it up, right? We're used to making a mess when we're crafting. See, here's 3 of them right there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna lay our die on our piece about right, I want it to be about the same at the top and the sides. So right about there looks good to me. And I'm gonna open my card because I don't wanna cut it through 2 layers. So we're gonna do that right there. We have to make sure that our DSP has not shifted because we want it to be nice and straight. There we go. So let me grab my big machine because the mini will not allow this large of a piece of paper to go through it. So let's bring this back through. All right. Here we go. So we're gonna use our number 1, our number 2, and our number 3. Actually gonna flip our number 3 over. When you cut as much paper as me, you definitely get a lot of markings. Okay, we're gonna do this again. All right, so we're gonna go put that right along the edge how I want it, and then we're gonna put this right there. All right, so as long as we don't shift our designer series paper, we will be good. I'm gonna slide this all the way through. I don't want anything hanging off of my piece. Bring it back to this side because it's easier to show you on this side. All right, so we're gonna take off our discs and see all those lovely little dots in there. We'll poke those out in a minute. But what we're looking for is this and this. Okay, so I'm gonna put this over here with our white paper. So let's move any of those little dots onto my mat here. And get it out of the way. All right. It's time to grab our take your pick tool and do what it does best. Poke out all of these lovely little dots out of our die. It's just basic maintenance, right? You just gotta do what you gotta do. But you don't ever wanna leave these little pieces in your die, because if you continue to keep cutting with it, eventually it won't cut the holes. So you definitely want to do some maintenance on your piece and poke them out. It doesn't take as long as it feels like it takes. Of course, if you're doing a whole bunch of these cards, you may want to rethink that and use a regular circle without all these pokey holes, right? But today we're just making one. Even if I was making 5, I would still go through the effort because it's worth it. All right, so there are all of our pokey holes out of that piece. And let's push them through our circle die that popped out here. All right, and then let's make sure that we got all of them off of this piece here. Now, I want to talk to you a little bit about this. I didn't glue this down because I wanted to separate my circle pieces, okay? So I will show you that in a minute. Let me clean up my mess. This is like one of my favorite tools. And if you guys put in the comments that you want the link for this, I will throw it into the description of the video. But it is a really awesome little tool. It's my desk vacuum. And I love it for this very reason. All right. I got one for John also. He has one. His is black. All right, so we're going to separate these pieces and then we're going to glue them back. But we want to first put some adhesive on the back side of our DSP. And look at it, it's just as pretty as the front, isn't it? Oh my, that wasn't good. Hopefully it hides it in the front because I just did a real big poke there. Hopefully the clouds will hide it. If not, we'll have to figure something out. All right, let's see. So there is our, yep, it's hidden, thank God. All right, so we're gonna bring our card back, and this is why I'm using wet glue, because we need to wiggle our holes back into place until they line up again. And so you want to do this part first, and then once it's in place, you can push your corners down. They're going to be straight because you made sure before you put it through your die cut machine that it was straight. And this is why I didn't want to glue it first, is because I wanted to be able to separate these two pieces. I'm going to keep this one on the side for another project, but this one is what we're going to use, and it fits perfectly in the hole because this die is amazing. So it leaves us the dots on the outside and cuts the inside of our project. So couldn't be more perfect. All right. So now that we have this piece glued on, we can attach this piece. But first I want to put that really cool designer series paper on this side. So the other side of our clouds, I mean, and if you wanted to have the clouds here, you could absolutely do that. And then have your plane on the clouds. What do you guys think? Should we leave it cloud on the front and cloud inside? I think maybe we should do it. We'll have one of each. Now, since I'm pre-recording this, I won't know what you've chosen, but I am gonna guess that you guys wanna see it with the clouds, right? So let's do it. We're gonna put our adhesive on this pretty side. And we will have some clouds on the inside of our card this time. So we're gonna line up the top and then slide it into place at the bottom, and then just make sure that it doesn't stick out, and it doesn't. That looks fabulous. All right, so as you can see right here, I stamped. So there's this really cool stamp in this set, and it looks almost like a riveted piece. I have to find it. It's here somewhere. Well, we're going to use basic gray instead of black because it's a little less harsh, and it'll go with our smoky slate card. You just have to be careful when you're using these inks because they're not made for Stampin' Blends. So you can't put a lot of saturation or blending into whatever you stamp with non-memento. So we're going to stamp our rivets. Isn't that a cool stamp? I love it. I'm gonna clean it while I wait for it to hopefully soak into our paper. And while we color this, we're also going to color our plane and our cloud. So I'm just going to put that to the side, and I'm going to grab our little airplane and cloud. So today I am using light smoky slate and light boho blue and dark boho blue. So let's go ahead and get started. Smoky slate is for my cloud and for parts of the airplane. So I'm just going over where the artist gave us these cool lines on the cloud. All right. And then let's start with light smoky slate on our plane. Our whole plane is going to be light smoky. And this one is the tiniest plane in the set. So just be careful that you don't go out of the lines because it's definitely easy to do. So there's our airplane. We're going to make the little lines coming down. And I think I'm gonna go all the way to the front here with that piece and make sure I didn't miss anything. I think I'm good. Let's bring dark smoky slate. So with the dark, we're going to accent again all the artist lines, and it will lighten. You just have to give it a minute to soak into the paper. And I think that's it for dark. Bring back the smoky. We're going to do the tip here, we're going to do the propeller, and then we're going to do this really cool whirl that the propeller is doing around. We're going to do that in smoky slate, and we'll do the wheels. All right, so our stuff here is done. So time for light smoky slate to come back, and we're going to do these rivets, and I'm just going to go over all the artist's lines and these dots just to give it a slight highlight. Isn't this pretty? I really like this stamp. I think it's pretty cool. It's lots of lines this artist made on these panels, but they're super awesome. Make sure that I didn't miss any. Maybe I missed a little there. It's definitely easy to do because there's so many of them, you don't want to miss coloring them in. All right, I think we're good now. So let's go ahead and attach this panel into our, so I'm going to fold it up, and I'm just going to put the adhesive on the back. All right, let's open our card. And we'll attach this layer on the inside. That looks awesome. Let's flatten it out and press that into place. I think I have a little bit of glue where I don't want it. So I love that my adhesive remover always comes to my rescue. All right. So now we have our Peekaboo, or our reverse Z-fold. Here comes our Peekaboo. So we're going to put adhesive on this part of the circle, and then we're going to attach the circle inside. But first, before I attach the circle, I want to stamp and attach my plane and my cloud on my circle. So it'll be hard to stamp if it's off level, so we want to get that part out of the way. And it says flying by to say hi. We're going to use basic gray again. And we're going to stamp that first because then the circle, we can move it around. Okay, so wherever it ends up, is fine. All right. That's the beauty of stamping in a circle. You can slide it around, right? If it's a little crooked, if you did a little crooked, you just move your circle, then it's straight. But this looks pretty good. So we're gonna add our plane right here and our cloud right there. So let's get our dimensionals out. I think we're gonna be needing minis on this piece because it's so little. All right, let's pull the backs off of these guys. We'll start with our cloud. All right, and now comes our plane. I think I'm going to use a little skinny piece. You know how I put those little skinny pieces, those edge pieces? I think I'm going to use one right there for this little wing. Well, I don't want it to stick out, so I'll make sure. There we go. All right. Oops. All right, here comes our plane. So cool. Flying by to say hi. All right. Our cloud is kind of dipping. Let's put that up. There we go. All right, so now we can put our adhesive on our circle, half circle anyway. Gotta hold it in place and put your adhesive on that piece, and then you're gonna bring in your circle. You wanna make sure that you have your sentiment straight, and you're gonna slide it into the hole because after all, that's the hole it came out of. And then you can open, and then again, open your card. Oh, that looks awesome with the clouds inside. I think we made a good choice. Look how pretty that is with the clouds inside. It just pulls it all together. I don't know what it is about this cloud. It doesn't want to live the way I want it to live. I think it might need, there we go. Needed a little adjustment. So what do you guys think? It's a pretty cool card. Not too hard and really a lot of fun. You get to do some coloring, you get to do some burnishing, you get to do some scoring, die cutting. It's a little bit of everything. So let's go back over all of the dimensions. The smoky slate base was 5.5 by 8.5. The basic white inside was 5.25 by 8, and we scored that at 4 and 6. And of course the base we scored at 4.25 in the halfway point. Then we had a piece of DSP for the front that was 5.25 by 4, and the DSP for the inside was 5.25 by 2. I don't know if I mentioned that the first time around. Now that I'm saying it, I don't remember saying it before, but it's certainly a really cool piece. And so which one do you guys like better? The DSP with the clouds or the one with the plaid? I think they're both pretty cool. Yeah. This one's a little more striking because you expect the clouds around the plane, but I think they're both awesome and anybody would be happy to receive either one. Make sure that if you have fingers like me that are always full of glue, that you use your adhesive remover so that you don't have your card sticking down in the wrong spot, right? So here's our cool card. And I love it. I hope that you do too. I hope that it was a surprise because you can't really tell that it's a Peekaboo reverse Z-fold card from a photo, right? So again, we use the Everyday Details dies. And feel free to ask any last minute questions now before the video is over. So we used Everyday Details dies and the Adventurous Sky Bundle. Of course, we used the Take to the Skies Designer Series paper. The only thing that we did not use from the suite of products was the trinkets. And I'm going to show you a close-up of them because they're super worth getting. They're heavy. They're really masculine looking. I just think they're so beautiful. I love this like detail here, but I also love that they gave us another option and made the back just as pretty as the front so that we could choose which way we wanted to use them. They're pretty awesome, don't you think? So that's it for today. I appreciate you tuning in. If you don't mind subscribing, if you're a first-time watcher, thanks and welcome. And I hope that you will be back again. If you subscribe, you'll get notifications of when I am live if you click that little bell. And I hope that you enjoyed today's video. I enjoyed being with you, and I appreciate having you with me on this journey and this stamping adventure. Thanks for being here. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping!